Did you have a career growing up, or I mean, when you were a young woman in your 20s and 30s, or did you work?
Oh,
Tell me about that.
Sure. I went to a business college.
Really?
I studied business.
What college did you go to?
I went to Detroit Business Institute.
Why did you get to go to college? Because that seems for people your generation.
We weren't rich. I wasn't born to a rich family. I wasn't. My father was just a tool and die maker at Chevrolet.
Were you able to continue working when you got married, or?
I could do anything I wanted when I got married because I had this beautiful mother. She had 8 children of her own. But when I had my children, she wouldn't leave them alone. She took care of every one of them. She said, go to work. And I used to put the baby in the buggy in the morning and take it to my mother's house and go on to work.
That's amazing. That is amazing, because that, in your generation, I don't believe was the norm, was it?
No.
No. Most women stayed home and raised their children. It was expected, right?
Right.
And so you were quite an innovator, or just very progressive for your time to be a working woman. Did people put you down or say that you weren't a good mother because you were working?
Oh, no, never.
Now, were you working full-time or part-time?
No, full-time.
Full-time, wow.
From 8 to, from 9 to 5?
Sure, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I wasn't expecting to hear that from you.
Oh, yeah.
But that's pretty cool. But
it is.
That's why I'm interviewing you.
For a mother.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Did you have a role model while you were growing up?
Well, God is my role model, honey.
What would you describe the perfect lifestyle or relationship?
Well, a couple that's very caring. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And don't want to change each other. They want to be themselves, and they don't nag one another. They're loving. They're forgiving. They're understanding. That to me is the perfect relationship.
What in sports? Because when I came in, you said you were listening to the ball game.
Yeah.
Do you think that women are treated equally in sports?
No. Men, they think they're stronger, they think they're bigger, they're macho, you know what I mean? And women are not. But I think some women, I know we're not as big as a man or as strong as a man, but I don't think they treat us equally. But we have.
Do you think that's wrong, that we're not treated equally in sports?
I think so. I think everybody. What did God say? We're all treated equal.
What about, should we compete together in sports? Like you were watching or listening to the baseball game. Yeah. Do you think it would be okay for women to be playing baseball with the men in professional sports?
No. The women have their own teams and the men have their own. No, I can't see the women and the men together.
What about women have to play softball and men play baseball? The size of the ball is different,
it's different, yeah.
And the rules are different.
I feel the same about. I think when it comes to sports, women should have their own hockey team and baseball team, and don't mix the sexes.
Okay. Do you have a reason why, or just?
Like I said, men are stronger and bigger.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you've ever looked at a guy and said, I wish I could do that, or boy, if he's a guy and I can't do that because I'm a woman, or...
Well, the only thing that I could think of, I'm always envious. He takes a shower every night before he goes to bed.
Yeah.
And I said, oh, you get your hair wet. I can't get my hair wet.
Exactly, yes.
And that's the only...
No, they don't have to worry about their hair and their makeup, that's the one thing that's irritating, yeah.
That's the move.
That's wonderful. Well, thank you.
Oh, hi. I'm Trudy Miller. I'm 90 years old. 90 years and 1 week, as a matter of fact. And I was born in the country, so my childhood is a little bit more primitive than would be if I'd been in the city.
Was your family a wealthy family or an average family?
No, or? We were actually quite poor.
Okay.
And I was a Depression era
child. Okay.
Kid, born in 21, and the big depression hit in 29, so times were really rough when I was growing up, but it was that way for everybody else, so there wasn't really any stigma attached to being poor.
What kind of expectations were there for you as a young girl growing up?
Actually, mainly I just wanted to be a mother. I just love children, I still do. But I did think about 3 different professions. One was nursing, and one was teaching, and one was missionary work.
Really?
I was quite a religious little kid.
It was okay to be a working woman in your day?
It was unusual. But teachers, and it was almost like if you were a nurse, a man's not going to do that.
So talking about work, so there were definitely men's positions and women's positions, like you said, nursing, teacher. Did you ever see, did you work in your lifetime as a professional woman?
I was an advertising salesperson.
Oh, so did you go to college?
No, high school.
Okay.
That's it.
Was it frowned upon for women to go to college that you're aware of?
No, but it wasn't, it was quite remarkable, particularly for people from a poor family.
Okay.
In fact, many people, my girlfriends from grammar school, just graduated from grammar school and didn't go to high school. Got jobs right away, domestic.
Did you see women's roles and positions in workplaces evolve over time?
Yes. Yes. Even during my working years, the situation improved quite a bit.
What about, did you ever experience any discrimination at work?
Oh, yes.
Tell me about that a little bit.
Well, one example, I had a great big sale. Men did my kind of work too. And there was a little question about who that client belonged to.
He got the credit?
Yes. It went to a committee that decides these things, a committee of all men, and it wasn't even discussed. It was decided, I mean, the problem was presented, and it was decided right away. It was that sort of thing.
Did you take it, or did you speak up?
I complained.
And what happened?
I was kind of told to take it or leave it.
Would you have lost your job if you would have spoke up too much?
I doubt it, but I could have been made pretty uncomfortable.
Any sexual discrimination at work, or sexual harassment or anything?
Harassment, not in my professional job, but in lesser jobs when I was a teenager. I did some waitress work and that sort of thing. Sometimes women in the restaurant business, waitresses, had to quit their jobs because they wouldn't sleep with the boss.
As waitresses?
Waitresses.
Wow. Wow. Because you hear that more in corporate America sometimes, but I didn't realize in waitressing too.
They were almost considered fair game.
Wow.
At one time.
Now, were you a wife and mother too, or? Yes,
I have had 2 children.
And what kind of expectations were there for you on the home? Was there clear boundaries between this is woman's work or man's work, or?
Oh, yes. My husband did not do dishes or sweep the floor or even put clothes in the dryer. I've seen a big change in that, and my son does it all the time, and he's a good cook. In my home, the person who got home first started dinner. Didn't matter what your gender was.
Okay. So was that something that you implemented with your children, but not?
Yes.
And did your husband, was he okay with that when you would say?
As long as it was them, not him.
Okay. Yep. Double standard there. Who do you think ages better, men or women?
I think women age better. And it's strange because I think they're sick more often during up till about age 60 or so. Women have more illnesses, but they handle them better, it seems. And men have women to take care of them. Right. When they're sick. Most men.
you ever feel any pressure as you age to, I don't know, color your hair, or did you worry about wrinkles, or what your body was like?
All the time.
Really?
But I put it on myself. No, I do color my hair. Streaked, and started.
Start that young, or?
Oh yeah, I started before my hair got gray.
Okay. Do you use wrinkle cream, or have you ever thought about plastic surgery or anything like that?
Oh, I toyed with the idea, but not